We know that high-quality early childhood education really matters in children's lives. It matters not only for their development in early childhood, but later in life as well. What we focus on is building evidence about what works in early childhood education. At MDRC, we have whole teams of people who have experience working in the field directly with programs, and we call them our technical assistance staff. For example, we have people who were former teachers, people who worked with school systems in the past, people who worked with nonprofits, and it's all of these people's jobs to figure out how to make our studies work best for the individuals and organizations that participate in our studies. In any given study, MDRC may be working with hundreds of early childhood centers around the country. We want to be working with a mix of public pre-K programs, Head Start centers, and childcare centers, and we really want to be reaching a wide variety of centers.
Geographic diversity is so important. We don't just want to put all of our focus on centers in urban areas, because we have centers in rural areas too, and we want to include them in this study so that we are representing them to make sure we are getting a more accurate representation of what childcare looks like across the country. We take a couple of different approaches to seeing how we can improve quality in early care and education. It's kind of a combination of things. We provide them with materials, but we're also providing them with the training, the coaching, the professional development that they need to be able to implement these activities. Curriculum materials are really expensive, and so not everybody has the benefit of being able to buy these sets for one classroom, let alone multiple classrooms. And so we provide centers with these materials and see, okay, is providing materials one way that we can support centers, providing these high quality materials. But it's not just about giving them materials, it's then complementing it with professional development for teachers and saying, hey, we've provided you with these materials, now we're going to show you how you should use them.
The early childhood landscape is very fragmented. It's basically like a patchwork of different programs. It's not a system. And in any given state or locality, there's not one agency usually that is in charge of all the early childhood programs. There's many different agencies that all have some hand in it. And so that's why recruitment in early childhood studies can be pretty complicated, because you have to work with many different actors in a given place. And so that's why it's really helpful that MDRC has teams of people who come at this from many different perspectives and have connections in the field.
Maybe there are communities that are not as excited about names they don't recognize. If I'm saying, hi, I'm from MDRC, they're gonna say, I don't know who you are. And so we might work with local community partners, like a local coaching organization or a local child care referral agency, who can make those connections for us so that we're coming in with a community name that centers are saying, oh, this person from XYZ said you would be reaching out. I know they're a good place. I'm open to hearing what you have to say.
Our main focus is building strong relationships with our partners in our studies and making sure that we bring the practitioner's perspective into our work. By working closely with teachers and other staff, we can figure out what works best to support children's development.